Hey, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, bad day. All these things are just words for me to introduce y'all for being here. Today, I want to just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for not giving up on me as I go through this journey. Again, I'll say it, I am not perfect. I posted yesterday's video with a lot of good information. I ended the video with a piece of scripture. I know Christianity. That is what I have been taught. Religion is a very controversial topic in today's world. We stay away from it. I am learning that just because I have experience in one thing does not mean that that is all there is. I am learning that there are way more religions out there, that a lot of them all have similar concepts. I was even afraid to post yesterday's video for that reason. I did not want to upset anyone who has had negative experiences with religion. My point of referencing it was just because it's a very old book. It's knowledge that has been passed down over time. So I am thanking y'all for still being here today because I do not know everything. I am learning a lot out of these videos too. I am learning different religions and different beliefs. I am learning all these things and I am learning how to better, pinpoint certain things so I don't offend any of y'all or so I don't trigger anyone, or as soon as one word comes out of my mouth, y'all flip the screen, right? I just want to say that the definition of religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially of God. Then I took it a step further and I looked at some of the most practiced religions in the world nowadays. Christianity is number one. So that would make sense that I have experience with it because it is the largest in the world. That's all that my reference yesterday was. Islam, secular, or non-religious. I, myself, didn't even know this morning that there's a non-religious religion. That's backwards, right? The definition of secular is Latin for worldly. Worldly, that's hard to say. Worldly is the state of being unrelated or neutral in regards to religion. You have Hinduism, you have Buddhism, you have Chinese traditional religion, you have ethnic religions, you have African traditional religions. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The list goes on and on and on and on and on because there are so many people in this world nowadays. My hope is, again, to just make a positive difference. I started to make business cards and I put, mistakes made by me. I put my contact information. I put my name at the top. And then the little label underneath my name, I did not want to put life coach. I don't want to be your cheerleader telling you how to get to the end. That's not why I'm here. What I would like to get out of this is to just help y'all to make a better journey to the end. Because someday we're all going to die. Someday I'm going to die. And I want to enjoy the ride along that ride. Or the ride along that ride. Now I'm overthinking again. I just want to share more positivity. And by doing that, more positivity will come to me. Right? I realized I was struggling though. I was struggling to find labels and words to put on a lot of these concepts. And I've learned why. I've learned that there are two sides to it. We could go back to my other video with the little circles, right? We could go back to my pendulum that swings back and forth. We could go back to the mental and the physical. They all connect in one way or another. The reason why I'm struggling to find words is because there is the spiritual, the feelings, the thoughts, and then there is the scientific. What is proven? Newton's law, right? The other day when I talked about force, I mentioned scientific and I mentioned spiritual. It's all which one you focused on, right? Because, again, we go back to the pendulum. You cannot have one without the other. I could be sitting here as a robot. That would be the physical. However, then y'all could not connect to me and I could not connect to you. Our feelings, our thought processes, they would not relate to each other. You would not get logical thinking out of a robot because one person has programmed that robot. We want to connect to each other. We want to feel. We want to feel happy. We cannot feel happy if we have not felt sad, right? So I am realizing that if I want to continue down this journey of, being a life coach, which I have decided to label myself as a mistake motivator. Mistake means to do something wrong. And motivator means to keep going. I'm trying to push you to keep going. That is what I am going to put underneath my name on my business card. Why? Why do I want you to be wrong? Why do I want to keep pushing you to be wrong? I want to keep pushing you to be wrong because then you will learn what is right for you. Because what works for me may not work for you. And my brain does not work the same way your brain does. And vice versa. We are not the same. This hand is not this hand. And I'm acknowledging that. And I don't want to force my beliefs, my thoughts, my mistakes on y'all. I just want to share them with you. I just want to say, you know what? I've been in therapy since I can remember. I've messed up a lot of things in life. But I am also reaching for a better future. I also want a better tomorrow. I also want to be the change. Because I want to be happy too. I want to profit from life too. You know, I got to where I got this morning because of things around me. You know, I was looking at Buddhism and Buddha, and I got there from someone else just talking to me. Again, that's why we have the people around us that we have. Because we all learn something from each other. And I'm so grateful that I took the time to look up Buddhism. Buddhism is defined as one of the world's largest religions. Believe that human life is one of suffering. Mistakes, right? And that meditation, spiritual and physical labor, and good behavior are the ways to achieve enlightenment or nirvana. Ding, 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 the light bulb went off, right? Enlightenment. I'm at peace. I don't have much experience with this religion. I've never been taught it. How would I have experience in it? But now I am way more interested in learning more about it. Because, again, it all just boils down to the good and the bad, the up and the down, and finding that center for what works for me. And then I'm just going to share it with y'all. And maybe it'll work for y'all too, and maybe it won't. And that is okay. You know, I am very grateful that I am in the position that I'm in life right now, and I don't have to focus on the dollar amount. I do have a roof over my head, and I do have food in our bellies, and my girls are taken care of, right? So I want to focus more on being happy. I want to focus more on making a difference. And that's why I want to become a mistake motivator. I just want to make a difference. I just want to be the change. I will not be the only change, and I know this, and that is okay. I am just a body sitting here too. And this is why I want to say thank you. That's thank you in sign language. Gracias. I wish I knew how to say that in so many more languages so I could say it to so many more people. All it means is that I am happy that something happened. I am happy that I'm able to sit here and share these mistakes with you. I am happy that hopefully you are still on the other end listening to it. I am happy that hopefully you did not judge yesterday's video and you're still giving this one a chance. And I myself am just learning along the way. That's all that this is, right? So now I am going to take the next couple of days and I'm going to come up with my own content. I'm going to come up with my first session for a client. That's the word you want to use. Because I could go and take a life coach course and I could get certified in it. And then I could start doing what all these other people are doing. I could go back to school and I could get a degree in psychology. I could do all of these things. However, I think, and I could be completely wrong, I think that a lot of this already makes sense. I think that I already have a lot of the knowledge that I need to then there share it with you so you can get the results that you want to. And that's all that this is, right? I'm learning. I'm learning as I'm going. And the fire alarm is going off right now, so that's what that noise is. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so happy to be able to share all of this with you. I really hope that a couple years from now I can look back on this video and be like, that's where I started. That's where life finally began for me, right? I have been living life 35 years now, but I was just surviving it. I was not living. I was not taught. I did not have the tools or the skills to live. I did not thrive for 35 years because I could not, because I had to just survive the day. I don't know. I don't know where tomorrow is going to take me. I don't know if any of this is really going to work. But I do know that I'm going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. And I just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate you still giving me a chance regardless of those mistakes. And that is why I want to be a mistake motivator. Because if you don't mess anything up, you didn't learn anything. Life is just one big experiment. Life should be one big journey, one big adventure, right? And how do we get to the end of it happily? Goodly. I know goodly is not a word. I'm a little more educated than that. But I'm trying to make a point that what can you change? What can you do? What are the things in your control that you can change to get to where it is that you really want to be? If you have survived this long and you have not thrived, I would like to help you start thriving. Because I really wish I would have had someone to help me for the last 35 years get there. You know, I've seen more therapists than I can count. I've been on more antidepressants than they probably even make. And for the first time in my life, I am finally not on any of them. And I am thinking the clearest I have ever thought. I am not using certain substances to change me, to change the way I feel. I don't want to. I'm finally feeling the way I want to feel. And it's great. And not always am I going to be happy. And that is great too. Because then there I can learn what works and what doesn't work. What is good and what is bad. And mine will not be the same as yours. And just acknowledging that fact is the difference. So again, I cannot stress enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start to become a mistake motivator. And if anyone is interested in making mistakes with me along the way, please let me know. And I really hope that y'all continue to stick around, because I'm sure I'm going to make some great mistakes. Thank you so much.